That was easy.
That's yours just on the end.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be really rude and not take my sunglasses off because I cried on my makeup. This is the hardest day of my life. One I knew was coming but didn't expect. My dad was the kindest, most loving, most generous man who had a slight temper on occasions. But for those who knew him well, he was a big teddy bear on the inside. He was mine. He was my protector and my rock, the one I could always depend on no matter what. He would always be there to guide me through any situation and do it with a smile on his face. Growing up, we would spend our time going to Sizzler for dinner, then to the movies and Time Zone after. As I got a little older, it would be going and doing running around with Dad, where I would have to sit and wait in the car while he would have to go and see someone. But it didn't matter to me. I just loved being with my dad. When I turned 16, Dad had the pleasure of teaching me how to drive. Although we had a few hair-raising incidents, we would always reward ourselves by stopping in the Swan Valley to go to the ice cream truck and have a chocolate-coated ice cream when we were both supposed to be on diets. He later told me that these are some of his best memories and he missed going for our weekly drive. When I was 17, my dad sat me down for one of our chats and told me I had two options. I could either become a nurse or a hairdresser. About 6 months later, he brought me my hair salon. And let's just say, after many arguments, I am no longer a hairdresser. At the age of 19, I became my dad's personal assistant, as he would say. My job entailed going for lunch with him and his friends, going to meetings with him, the occasional having to drive around the corner to get a screw or bolt for his truck, and sitting in his office watching Netflix, cuddling the dog. My 21st year on this earth, Dad decided it was time for me to buy a house. Our next mission was driving around on Saturdays, going and looking for different homes. After about 3 months, he had picked the one for me. The day I told my dad I was having a baby, he was less than impressed, to say the least. But as time went on, he grew more and more excited to meet his grandchild, especially when he found out it was a girl. And he grew ecstatic when he found out that I would be naming her Nikki after him, and was proud to tell everyone so. After leaving my job in May, I spent just about every day with my dad, something I will always be thankful for that time I got to be with him. The day I had my daughter, he was one of the first people to come to the hospital, but he wasn't able to meet Nikki until the next day. But when they did meet, I could tell straight away they would have a special relationship. As my dad would say, she was a granddad's girl. My dad's last few weeks on this earth were unlucky ones. After his last bike accident, I took my daughter and partner Ali to see him every day and bring him lunch. And one memory that will always be with me is seeing my dad sitting on his lazy boy chair, holding my daughter, rocking themselves to sleep. That is something that I will always cherish. After my dad's last incident in Scarborough, I made a promise to myself that I would always protect him, no matter what it took. I'm so sorry, Dad, that I wasn't able to keep this promise to you. But I promise you this. I would tell Nikki about you every single day and say what a wonderful man you were. I'm so sorry that you won't be here to see her grow up, but I know you'll be her guardian angel and will always be with her. My last day with my dad is something I will never forget. When I was younger, we used to drive around holding hands, and as I got a little older, we used to just hold pinky fingers. But we haven't done that for a long time. But on our last day together, while we were sitting watching one of his documentaries, he reached over to me and gave me his pinky to hold. Now I wish I had never let go. I love you and I'm going to miss you so much, Dad. I can't wait till we meet again. I love you forever and always. And just... before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone for their incredible support to me and my family. It will truly never be forgotten.